Can you hear me?
Yep.
I think I need another earphone because I'm hearing this tapping noise in my ear. Are you hearing that?
No.
Okay. We're not recording on. Oh,
We
shit.
definitely are.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm recovering.
So, how was your weekend?
Girl. Whew. Um, we went out. A mutual friend of ours had a birthday, and
Hmm.
we went out on the town to a bar crawl. And yeah, you know what bar crawls? How they have the drink specials? You getting like $2 beers, $4 shots,
The devil.
$3. Yes,
Hmm.
$3 like cocktails, but it's real. So like literally 90% of the drinks I had, except like maybe one or two, were like real. So
Bottom
mm,
shelf rail, huh?
yes, ma'am.
I think that's why I've been like, actually, yesterday I did drink,
Hmm.
but for a couple of weeks I was just like, no to liquor because I think I had some bottom shelf, basement shelf ass rail
It's disrespectful to
drinks.
your body. It really
Yeah.
is. Especially when you're used to not that we drink high class liquor, but a little bit higher standard of liquor that we
We drink
usually
Henny, god damn it.
and Remy sometimes when we got money,
I don't
we
drink that.
splurge. Oh, I do. It's my
I
fave.
I told you Remy makes me cry. No,
It releases the emotional floodgates.
for sure.
But yeah, like I'm just recovering from that because it was just the most like, and then being outside and it was kind of rainy. It wasn't cold. Like towards the end, it was a little breezy. So I apologize to any of our listeners if I'm sounding like I have the man voice because this is my I drank too much last night and I'm
Hmm.
drinking water in the morning voice. So my apologies if I'm sounding like this. But how was your weekend, babe?
It was real chill. We didn't do too much this weekend. I went out to eat Friday night,
Hmm.
and then on Saturday I went over my friend's house and we played Cards Against Humanity and
Oh,
drank and talked.
I love that game,
Yeah, and that was it. Like real low key.
but still fun.
Yeah, it was. It was. It's just not as fun as a bar crawl with the twins.
Ah, Lord. Whew. They are a handful, boy. Like the most outgoing people I ever met. Like I don't think I know anybody else that you put both of them together. It's like Transformers. Like one is already powerful, and then you put both of them together. It's like a mighty powerful machine here. But yeah, it was fun, and they was out of control, which is acceptable, I guess. When it's your birthday, you can turn up. But Lord, they was a handful. But we had a good time. So what? This week, what are we on? Episode 6.
Yes.
We are on episode 6. We are just trucking along.
Hmm.
And this week we are going to talk about body perception. So
Mm.
being
Oh, child.
women, I know that we our thoughts and our views of our body changes over the years. And I just thought it would be a good topic to discuss, especially with everything going on, a lot of the shows and stuff going on in the social media. It'd be a good thing to discuss.
Um, yeah, I was gonna mention how I think it was in the fourth episode when I was talking about that bitch I don't like,
Yeah.
and I was just like, back then I was super skinny, and she was not, but now Karma,
Right.
that Karma, honey,
Mm.
when I tell you it came and smacked me just in the belly, because that's where all the fat is. They was like, "Oh, you want to call bitches fat, huh?"
Watch out. I just think it sucks because like I'm not gonna say majority of my life, but all growing up I was super skinny. High school, college, like literally I wanted to gain weight. Like so bad that I would actually drink and Ensure. Like I literally was trying to gain weight. But because of the age and metabolism, I was into sports and stuff like that. I couldn't gain weight to save my life. Then out of college, I go to a desk type job And baby, that's when it started. Then you add on children. Then you add on laziness on top of that. And here I am, wishing that I could be wanting to gain weight. I'm trying to lose weight. And yeah, it's not fun at all. It's like we as women are never satisfied because, like I said, when I was skinny, I wasn't happy with my body. And now that I'm not skinny, I'm not happy with my body. So yeah, I just think it's something that we as women go through a lot with, how we look at our body and what we expect to see when we look in the mirror.
I was going to say something to the point when you were like, we're never satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other day I was looking at these old pictures of myself and I'm like, bitch, you thought you were fat then? I
Mm-hmm.
would kill somebody to be that size. Like when I think about the year we went to Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was so fat. And I
Me
am a
too.
smooth 40 pounds heavier than I was then.
Look, I was insecure when we went to Mexico, like
Yeah.
trying to take the pictures in the pool. Like, nah, I'm just gonna give you sexy half in the pool picture. And I was way smaller then than what I am now. And look, give me Mexico body, and we can go from there. Because
Hope
look,
You know, I'm blaming JT for this though, because that year that we went to Mexico is the same year that we started dating. And
you trying to say he
but
fattened you up?
no, no lie, we went to Mexico that May. By that December, I had gained 20 pounds.
Jesus, that's that good loving weight though. You happy?
No, and then when we moved to California, I gained in the by in between December and June, because June was my, I guess my old friends, since we ain't spoken forever, but my old friend's wedding, I had gained an additional 20 pounds.
Jesus, yeah.
So
Life
in
be
like a
like
year, 40 pounds for real.
we blaming him. I don't know who I
This
blame.
nigga puts 45 pounds of butter in everything. Yes, I'm blaming him. That's why I'm doing most of the cooking these days, because he ain't about to have me out here looking like Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. We're not doing
Oh my
this.
god. I guess I blame. I want to say I blame the kids, but honestly, I blame myself. Like I just, it's hard to get in a routine of working out and consistently eating better because I'll go through my times where I'm just like, all right, I'm going to eat healthier. Maybe I'll count some calories or I'll do my intermittent fasting. Like, I'll do some detoxes or whatever, but like I'm never consistent with it. Like I'll do it for like a month. Or I'm
Yeah.
doing the eating, but not the working out, or vice
Yes.
versa. Like, it's not a time, it may be like one or two times in this time where I'm not happy with my weight, where I was doing both consistently at the same time. And I can only blame myself. Like, I want to blame everything. I want to blame the kids. I want to blame I don't have enough time, but it's me. I just need to, I haven't focused and buckled down type thing.
I'm the same way. I'm either working out really, I'm going hard in the gym,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not eating well, or I'm eating well, but I'm not working out.
Right.
Most of the time, if I'm eating well, though, I can still manage to lose. But when I'm in the gym and I'm not eating well, I'm just be in the gym wasting time, because no shit happen.
Right. You're
Like
going to lose all
it's,
that weight and then get it right, or burn all them calories, I should say, and then get it right back when you eat.
I had a personal trainer one year, and I remember I had this a heart rate monitor, and
Mm-hmm.
I saw I had burned like 1,000 calories, and my fat ass was like, "Oh, well, the Chipotle bowl I want is only 800 calories, so I'm about to go to Chipotle." He was like, "Ma'am, that is really not the point of this," and I was like, "But I have 200 calories to spare, so I'm good."
You doing the math like I did this workout, so it's like I can afford these amount of calories because yeah.
No lie, that Chipotle bowl was really good. Like I can remember, I don't know, it was like something extra in the bowl, but that shit was lit. So I
Like
don't
I
feel
work,
no kind of way.
it felt good because you worked hard for it.
I did. I deserve.
That trainer
Mama
kicked you.
D.
I deserve. So we're gonna talk about different issues that women have with their body perception, and that's basically the image that a person sees or the attractiveness in their own body. So I feel like personally, the view of how you see yourself, it can be influenced by different things. So like depending on your race, you might think that the ideal body is a certain kind of way, and I think we kind of in our own head have what the ideal body or perception of what the perfect body would be, and we kind of want our body to be that. But like I said, that can be influenced by different things. It can be like culture, it can be race, different things, because like, whereas for one race, like, the ideal body is maybe skinnier, tall, long legs. For another culture, it might be a fat ass but a small waist and the big boobs. Like, it just depends on what that ideal body perception is. And a lot of times, seeing the portrayal of women in the media, online with the Instagram models and stuff, like, which is unreal, which because everybody's photoshopping everything these days.
Right.
But it's like, it's kind of come to a point where I guess if you want to say organic, or the natural body isn't really considered attractive, if that makes sense. So like a body with flaws, like some cellulite or whatever, and I'm not necessarily saying overweight, but like just a natural body, we like, nah, it ain't good enough. We want this airbrush body over here that you done auto-tuned your face.
Another thing, I think, your body perception has a lot to do with where you live. Like, if you go to Atlanta, what do the chicks in Atlanta have? A lot of them have some donkeys on them.
For sure. What's in the water down there, honey?
Right. But then if you go to like California, LA, there's a lot of people that have cosmetic surgery, like on their face and the rest of their body. What do we have over here, though?
I don't know. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I don't think we have a certain body type where, like, how you said California versus like a down south. Like, maybe we could be lumped in with kind of like the down south, because it's definitely not a slimmer type body frame where everybody's like out here getting surgery to be slim. I know it's a lot of asses around here, but I don't think they fake.
A lot of natural. That's what
yeah, that's
what
I'm saying. We got the real natural asses around here. But
in Atlanta, or based on what I see from TV, because I ain't been to Atlanta in some years.
Yeah,
but based on what I see, it's a lot of fake asses. And I feel like up here we got a lot of natural asses.
Right, a whole ass natural ass. So yeah, maybe it's just natural asses up here. Yeah, but it just depends on what you consider as, I don't want to say beautiful, but I guess we can throw that word out there, or what you see as the ideal body. Kind of influences your internal picture, how you look at yourself. Like for me, I'm definitely unhappy with my body at this point, but I don't know if I don't have an ideal body. I just don't want a gut, if that makes sense. So like a slimmer waist, I will be happy on. Like, I'm not necessarily looking for like, oh, I don't want my thighs to touch, or oh, like I have to be like in a size 2. Like, I'm not looking to be that small, but yeah, I would rather not have a roller too. That would make me feel sexy.
I would love to be able to see my vagina when I look down. Because right now, all I see is toes. Because the stomach is just right there. So, I mean, that would be amazing.
That would be
what? After I had my daughter, I gained some weight. But I wasn't tripping too hard. Like, of course, I was just like, oh, I gained weight because of the scale. But it was in my butt. So...
like, it's lit.
Right. So I gained like 10 pounds, but then within like the first 5 years of her life, I had gained like another 20 pounds. So altogether, I gained like 30 pounds. And at that point, I wasn't tripping. I was just like, oh, it's in my butt. But then around the time that, like I said, when we went to Mexico, I think I had started to get up there. So I had worked really hard to get to where I was in Mexico or whatever.
Right.
But now, like I said, I was excited because of the butt thing. Now I'm at the point where I'm just like, I want everything to go. I don't need to have no butt. You can take these thighs, the stomach. You can take these. I don't want none of it, because like my boobs have like quadrupled in size. I used to be a nice little C.
Oh, man.
What's
a C?
What is that?
What is that?
And the C's have all the cute bras. My bras now got them thick ass and like. Girl, let me tell you something. I'm over this. The crazy thing is, last night, I had a dream that my little brother wrote in his journal that my father was concerned about my weight, and that he's concerned that I'm going to die.
Wait a minute, you had a dream about that?
No, lie, I swear to God. You can ask JT. I told him this morning, like, yeah, I had a weird dream. Like, maybe I need to go back to being vegan, or maybe I need to tighten up, because, like,
damn, that's a scary dream, bro.
I'm fat, nigga.
I
It's time
think
to get over it.
I think because my weight has fluctuated so much, like after my first kid, like I was fat, and I wasn't fat, but I had gained weight during the pregnancy, and like I lost so much weight because I was breastfeeding, and like I lost so much weight so quick. But with breastfeeding, like, I was eating more calories, drinking a lot of water, but I still was able to lose weight because of the breastfeeding. But when I stopped, I should have been stopping the way I was eating, but I continued to eat as if I was
Was
breastfeeding.
breastfeeding.
Honey, I gained all the weight that I lost and some. Then, time went by. Maybe weight went up and down. I get pregnant again with my son. And this one, I lost some weight while I was nursing. I nursed longer with my son than I did with my daughter. And I lost weight. And once again, I'm like, okay, like I didn't get super small like I did the first go around, but I did lose a lot of the weight. And I'm like, I just need to maintain. And maintain turned into gain. So I'm just mad because I'm like, damn it, I had two opportunities. Well, I was at a point where I was like, okay, we can just stay here and work out and like go from this point, and I didn't. It's like really hard to change those habits when you're so used to eating what you want or not being real restrictive with your diet or having to work out. It's just it's difficult, and I envy all of you people who have the motivation to get up at the crack of dawn every morning or work out 2 a day every day. Like, I envy you people who run. My husband runs for miles and miles and actually enjoys it. I do not. um, I run my mouth. I don't run. So yeah, I wish.
You know what, I make a lot of excuses, but I, like I said, I was telling JT this morning, like I feel like that dream, like, it just, I'm into dreams and signs and all that good shit.
Right.
So I'm really going to just try to get serious, because not even just the dream, but like, I know for me, my body has made just life uncomfortable in some ways. Like, I hate shopping because I don't ever find
Yeah.
anything that I like in my size.
Hmm.
Like, it's depressing. It
Right.
really depresses me when I go out shopping. And then, like, my sex life used to be super duper popping when I was smaller, because I was more confident in my
Right.
body.
Hmm.
Now it's just like, oh, them lights off, I gotta wear a big ass
Right.
t-shirt.
You're more
Like,
self conscious about like you're not about to see all this flapping around in the light, honey.
right. You know what I mean? So it's just like little things that, I took for granted when I was skinny, when I was out here pussy popping on the handstand. And now I'm just like, oh, no, it got
Right.
to be dark outside.
Turn out all the lights, babe. I don't
Yes.
even want the moonlight in here. Also,
Right.
but it's crazy that we're, how we fluctuated from being smaller to bigger, and are self-conscious, but there are larger women that have the confidence and they're like, in this bitch, like, I
I
mean, this
know.
is me, you gonna love me. And I wish I could have like a piece of their damn confidence, like Tokyo from Love and Hip Hop
Yeah.
Atlanta. Like, she's an overweight woman. It's not like she's in denial where she feels like I'm not a heavier woman, but she's like, this is me, it is what it is. You not gonna tell me nothing that I haven't heard before about me being overweight. And she just rocks with it. And like I said, it's not that she's like, in denial about it, but she's like, this me, you take it or leave it, I don't give a damn type thing.
Right. I love it too. I like it.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I don't know if she's always been overweight. I can't speak to it because I really don't know. I only literally, I didn't even know she was the one that did that. That's my
Or the
best
little
friend
best friend.
song
Yep.
until she was on the show. So, but I just know, like I was saying, for me, because I wasn't overweight, I think maybe that's why I'm having even more of an issue. Well, I don't know. I
Right.
don't know what kind of, I don't know if she's, because what if she's lying? What
You
if, like, low key?
like deep down, and this is like a facade saying like I'm happy, but she goes home by herself and it's like, I'm not fucking happy.
And I don't, and I'm not saying that she is, because I know a lot of people that are just like chubby. So what's up, nigga? So
Like
I mean,
like
like,
Gabby Sibide, Precious. I don't want to
yeah,
call her Precious. I was trying to call her by her real name, but I think it's Sibide, whatever. But
I don't know.
the young lady that played Precious on the movie, because I'm not going to call her Precious, but she actually is super confident about her weight, and she made like some speech at one point. It was basically talking about how she was able to find confidence and inner strength despite people who, you know, go in on her, like, you know, the harsh critics on social media, or even like the fashion industry, with her being a actress or actor. I guess they call them all actors now, but being an actor of not only a darker hue, but being overweight. And a lot of times she was discriminated against just based on her appearance. And so she actually gave a speech about, you know, just you got to look within yourself to kind of build that inner strength and confidence. So there are some heavier women that's just like, fuck that. Like, yeah, so what? I'm not a skinny rail or stick like you, but I'm good with where I'm at. Don't have that type of confidence, but I wish that I could get just a piece, just a portion of that confidence.
I want a piece of some motivation so I could just get my body together. Because, like you said, I'm not trying to be. I don't have a certain body type or a certain size. I do want to be smaller, but I don't want to be like super skinny. I just
Nah.
want. I'm not even being funny when I say I want to look down and see what's going on down there.
Bam.
Like, I'm for real. I gotta hold a mirror so I could be like, "Hey, girl.
Hey girl, what you got going on? How are
Yeah,
you?
girl. Everything looking good. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to my perfect, like I said, the perfect body for me. And I don't even want to say perfect because I feel like there's no perfect body, but for me, I feel like the ideal body would be to slim down this whole waist region and just tone up, like tone up my arms and tone up my legs. But like the main issue that I'm having a problem with is this gutteroni.
I sent you a text the other day and I was like, yeah. And I said something about, ooh, let's get it. Or something about like
Yeah.
fitness. And you ignored it.
Did I?
You did not respond to it.
Subconsciously I was like, fuck that shit. But like, no, I'm with it. Like, I feel like I remember that conversation. I think we were talking about something and then like that came up. So
Yeah.
I didn't mean to ignore it, like shade of like fuck that shit. But like I really do. Like, I think it's easier when you have an accountability partner. So like if you're doing it with somebody, like you feel like, oh, I don't want to hear her ass mouth. Like, I don't want to hear her
Right.
mouth. Let me go ahead and go to the gym, or like let me report what calories I ate today. But like we should like kind of keep each other motivated, since we both have pretty much the same issues as far as keeping motivation going. Like, let's
Right.
just work together.
And we can swap recipes and stuff.
That would be lit. But if you're doing vegan, then we're not swapping nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's some good vegan dishes.
With the fake cheese and stuff,
I
like
don't like the substitute stuff. I don't like fake cheese. I don't like fake meat. If I'm gonna be vegan, I'm gonna just go
do the
full
veggies.
throttle. Yeah.
Okay. Cause I was like, yo, I don't know if I can do like the faux food, like the fake
Mm-mm.
cheese and stuff like that, because I'm a texture person too. So
Yes.
if that like I had tofu, it was like fake hot dogs and it was like tofu and it was like
Oh.
gross. It was so mushy. It was as a kid and it was horrible. So like, yeah, if we're gonna do that and keep each other motivated, I think I need to stick to, just like you said, the whole foods. Give me some fruits and vegetables, and like we're gonna leave the Morning Star out of this.
That's funny.
Let's see.
So,
Go ahead.
question.
Mm-hmm.
So we both have daughters,
Right.
and our daughters are growing up in this internet, social media age where I personally feel like there's added pressure. Not that there wasn't pressure when we were growing up, but we
Mm-hmm.
could kind of go home and that would be the end of the pressure.
Right.
So, what do you think about the pressures that they may feel to not just the losing weight, gaining weight thing, but just to enhance certain things? Like when you look at Kylie Jenner when she got the little
Mm-hmm.
lip injections,
Right.
or you look at, just like you said, the people that want the slim waist, fat ass, so they go to Dominican Republic to get that done because it's cheaper and all that other good stuff. Like, what? How do you think that's going to affect them?
I honestly think that starting from even as young as my daughter now, being like 6.5, to just reinforce that she's beautiful the way she is. Like, and I'm not even just speaking for body image. I'm talking about hair. Like, yeah, you don't have to get a weave. You don't have to do X, Y, and Z. Like, you're pretty just the way you are. Just loving yourself. And I'm going to try my best to ingrain that in there. And I tell her she's pretty and I love her and she's beautiful. Just from starting out, because sometimes you just need to hear that to even start to have like the little flame of confidence deep down. But honestly, just communication. Like, you don't have to look at this ideal of what society says is pretty or what you should look like. I don't have a specific, I guess, roadmap, but just trying to reinforce to her to like just be confident in what she is. Like, you don't have to change anything. Here, mommy is. I, here I am. I caught a
So,
man. But the good thing is, the good thing is, like, my husband is more of an active person. So if she ever comes to a point where she is struggling with weight or she's trying to, do stuff, like, I think I would lean more on my husband to try to help with a healthier option and not necessarily go the let's have surgery or let me get my butt done. Like, honey, you can do some squats. Like, you can do X, Y, and Z. So I just think talking about that, because growing up, we didn't talk about body, or I think the most I said was like when I was younger, like I had a friend that kind of went through puberty earlier than our group of friends, and she had like boobs. And I was just like, I asked my parents, like, why are my boobs not like that? Like, why ain't had no boobs? But they was just like, they gave me the little generic answer. Everyone develops at different rates, sweetie, and blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about
that's
it.
true.
Yeah, so they gave me like the little, stock answer or whatever. But I never really talked about body image and stuff like that. Just that I wanted to gain weight. I thought my arms are really skinny and long and lanky. And they were just like, well, here's some Ensure, go forth.
Well, my daughter is at the age where she is very much into, well, she wants to be very much into social media, but she does not have an account. But she did have like Musically,
Hmm.
and she goes on YouTube, and she watches her little shows or whatever. So, and like I mentioned in another episode, she wants to be famous, and she don't even know what she wants to be famous for, which is a huge problem for me.
Right.
But I feel like I'm going to encounter issues where she may want to enhance something or
Right.
change something. I don't know. I don't know for sure. She hasn't mentioned anything, and I tell her that I mean, not just tell her. I think my daughter is gorgeous,
Right. She is.
and we make sure, everybody makes sure to instill that in her. But I know for sure, like, my kid is definitely gonna want. I mean, she wants to get like fake nails. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just know my kid is gonna go through this phase where she wants to look like people
What's out there?
online.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I am now, I don't have an issue with it. Like, before dreads, I had weaves and all that.
Right.
I don't care about that. It's just my biggest issue is loving yourself. So if
Hmm.
you're doing something and it's just adding to the love that you already have to yourself, that's one thing. Now, would I feel some kind of way if she went and chopped up her face, and next thing you know, she's looking like the Dawn from Danity Kane? Because that bitch can stop telling me it's makeup, because it's not.
That's not contour, honey. You
It's not.
got something done, whether it's a nose or something.
I never see
She looks like a whole different woman.
a whole different person. So I would feel some kind of way, like, as her mother, like, I created you, and I feel like your facial features are the best parts of mostly me, and I guess your dad. Um, and
So
then you
shady.
go, and then you go and you like get some kind of what facial reconstructive surgery or something like that. I would be like, oh, okay. So what was wrong with the Tucker nose? You didn't like that? Like,
You wasn't rocking with that?
I would just be so offended. Like, so that, on that level, I'm kind of just like, oh, I hope she doesn't, want to do anything like that. And then as far as like bodies, like, we talk about stuff now. Like, she'll talk about Nicki Minaj, and she has mentioned that boys in her school already talk about butts, and she's like, yeah, the bigger the butt, the more the guys like it.
Good
So
grief.
I know, girl. Like, what in the hell?
Ain't no girls getting no butts like at that age.
I mean, I feel like she got a little butt
For real?
for her age.
Oh
Yeah, I don't want
man.
her to though. I
Yeah.
hate it. Anywho, but so we talk about the Cardi B's and Cardi B and
And
Nicki, girl. We're
Nicki,
gonna have to talk about that. But
yes.
let me stay on topic real quick.
Right.
So I tell her, I'm like, uh, they got those for whatever the little fake butts for whatever reason they did. But then, on the current season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, is that Atlanta? No, she's on
Hollywood.
LA. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Michelle, she went and she got her implants removed because she was saying she didn't like what it was doing to her body. And so I'm really curious to know in 20, 30 years how all these women will be. Are they still going to have fake butts?
Right, because with K Michelle, not only was she like having issues with just walking, she said like it was times where like it was just heavy. Like just imagine all of that. Like I'm not trying to be funny with the junk in the trunk, but it's like you are literally carrying around a whole ass baby on your butt. And
Right.
then with her, depending on the type of injections you get, like the doctor was saying in the episode, like it travels. This wasn't like a one implant, like you know how like a breast implant where you can remove the implant. It was injections, so like this foreign substance, whatever you're putting, it moves around, and
Right.
it can, like, your body tries to fight off, like, unfamiliar, like, substances, and it's like causing breakdown in tissue. It can cause infection. Like I watched the show Deadly Curves.
Mm-hmm.
What, I forgot what channel that was. It wasn't BET or was it VH1? It might have been BET, but I know Lala was like the moderator or the co-host, and they kind of was talking about like video vixens and stuff like that, and like not just video vixens, but like it was also some everyday people who kind of got body enhancements, mostly butt injections, and because of this image that was put out there that, oh, the big asses, this is what men want, so they were getting injections and all this other stuff like at any cost. Like I mean, like getting motor oil and fix a flat pumped into their behind,
Right.
and like it was causing all type of major issues. Some people die from this, and
Mm-hmm.
all because they're like, yeah, it's I want a fat ass. Like in your whole, it just could cause so much damage to your body, and I don't feel like we need to do that and go to that extreme. But when you have this bad body perception, like it's not good enough. Sometimes even with what is it called, plastic surgery, I think it's some type of, you have a weird look of looking at yourself. So kind of like those funhouse mirrors, like reality is one way, but the way you look at yourself is totally distorted. So you can go get your boobs done because you're like, my boobs are too small. Go get a boob injection. And you're like, okay, it's perfect. But then when you look in the mirror, you're still not satisfied. So you go up a size. These are good, but you know what? I could go bigger. It's like you're never satisfied.
Not just that, but you still have to work to maintain things. Like I know on Real
Mm-hmm.
Housewives of Atlanta, Cynthia Bailey was saying that she got breast implants and then she had to get a tune up.
Mm.
So I'm like, they can still, even though you got breast implants, your titties can still eventually sag if you're not
Yep.
wearing a bra or,
Right,
I
because the
guess doing
skin is
chest work.
still going to lose it was elasticity, I guess that's what it's called. So even if you put an implant on the inside, it's still gonna sag. It's gonna have more weight to sag even more.
And just like when people get they get lipo and stuff, you can get fat again. It's not a permanent thing.
You see what
So,
happened with Shakana? Remember when her and Tiny had that show and she got
oh yeah, yeah.
snatched? She got the lipo
Is she
and
fat again?
all of that. She gained all that back.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't follow her
Yeah.
on anything.
Yeah, like I like recently, like I don't know what she looks like in the past year, but when she was in the media a couple years ago, when her Ti was kind of going back and forth or whatever, like all that, she for the most part gained back. So you can get liposuction, but you can't go back to eating fried chicken and fries
Which is
every day.
unfortunate because I definitely would get lipo if I could just go back to eating fried chicken.
I mean, you could, but like not every day because it's gonna come back.
I know. I'm just saying what I would love if it was a perfect world. Like I just want to be able to. I love to eat out.
For sure.
I know that's why my daggone butt is getting big because I am like, oh, cook. If I cook, that means I gotta
Mm-hmm.
clean. Lord Jesus, who got time when I could just go grab me something real quick, eat it and throw it away.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like the convenience of it, and I think that's why America has some of the heaviest people, because of the convenience of food. Like
yeah,
literally we can go anywhere and get any type of food quickly, sit on our behinds, watch TV, and we blow the hell up. Then we have jobs, for the most of us, that we sit on our butt for 8 to 9 hours a day. So, and then throwing kids and when are you working out? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So we eat all of these high calorie meals. Like I literally was so ignorant and for like how many calories are in meals until
My Fitness Pal.
when I got that app, my brain was like, like literally, it's like, okay, well, you should only eat 1,600 calories a day. So it's, for me, I'm extra. So I'm just like, I'm gonna go down to 12 because like I really want to lose weight. So like you
Mm.
say 16, I say 12. Honey, you go out to eat and they're like, oh, you want this burger? Well, the burger with the fries and the sandwich is 2,100
Right.
calories. And you're like, so am I supposed to eat half today and half tomorrow? Like, I'm really confused on how, if I'm only allotted 1,600 calories a day in a healthy,
I
um,
used to drink a caramel frappe every day, and a large has 550 calories
yo, I'm not even going to get on all the Starbucks and coffee
in
and
it.
donuts and like snacks and like you think of like little coffee cakes and stuff like that, bro. Like half of your calories is gone off a snack, my G. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. A bag of Doritos, what you got? Like 300 some calories. It's just
Yeah.
stuff that we would just eat and not even think about it. And then my fitness pal was like, okay, go ahead and log them 400 calories for that candy bar you just ate back. Go ahead and enjoy.
Dudes are out here with some body issues as well, and I'm sick of them shaming us though, because
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of posts about us, like when women wear makeup and how it's, oh, I'm about to take bitches to the pool on our first date, when they out here with the safari hairlines, and they know they need to cut it out.
They
They
got
know
that
they just,
Beijing hairline.
you didn't go to the same doctor as Tiger. You need to just go bald, cut it out, like.
Are you talking about LeBron? Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, I forgot about his hairline. Yes. So I don't, they have their body issues as well, but they be trying to put it on us. At least we open and vocal with it.
I actually was dealing with somebody some years ago who didn't admit it, but definitely had body issues where they felt like they were not where they wanted to be, and like would be insecure to even like not have their shirt on around me. And I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
bruh. I mean, I was smaller at that point because I didn't have kids yet or anything. So like I was a smaller me. But it didn't bother me. And I'm just like, please trust and believe. If I had an issue with how you look, we
Right.
wouldn't be together. And like literally he was really insecure with his, like, I mean, during sex, like he would feel a certain kind of way, like either turn out the light or I'm gonna keep my shirt on, my tank top on, or whatever. Like, so it didn't bother me. I just thought it was weird because I never ran into a guy that actually had, any type
The
of
body
insecurities, or
issues.
if they did, they kept it real tuck where, it wasn't put out there that I could notice. But that was the first and only time I actually dealt with somebody where they were like really insecure. And I'm like, well, do something about it. Like,
Yeah.
work
I've
out.
dealt with someone who, not that insecure, but definitely just had issues with his body, and because he was used to his body looking a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
and then it didn't anymore. So, you know, um, and I didn't realize that he had those issues. So it was just like, oh, my bad. Like, because I probably was out here like, oh, we chubby together. Look at us.
The crazy thing is when I met my husband, he was overweight, but I just fell in love with him, who the person he was. And, I didn't really care about his size. But, when I got pregnant, he really wanted to take his health seriously because, like, I mean, he would smoke. And I was just like, yo, I told him, like, when I had my kid, like, you're gonna have to stop smoking, which, I mean, cigs. He used to smoke cigs. But I was like, yo, you're gonna have to cut that out. Like, I think cigarettes, like, is the pits, and like that is gonna take time off your life. And so I just told him to stop smoking, but he really took his health super serious, lost like all the weight in the world. Like, he lost a whole
Let
nother
me tell
person,
you,
night and day. I'm telling you, his two pictures, you wouldn't
the
even be
first
able to tell.
time, the first time I met B Dub, he was overweight.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't see him again until we went to like a day party at Ozio's.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you had said he was losing weight, but I was just like, okay, But then when I saw him, I was just like, who the hell is this? She got a new joint? Like,
He got a whole man. Who's this whole
yeah.
new man? Yeah, like he really took it serious. Like, I mean, this man would work out 7 days a week. and like go running and like had super like what's it like the high intensity training little sessions and stuff.
Hit.
Like yeah, like he really was like on his shit. Like he was super like, you know, kind of keeping his calories down. But when you work out that super intense, like he didn't have to be super anal, but he kind of kept it in check where he wasn't doing too much. And I swear it felt like he dropped that weight and he was like a totally different person in like less than a year. And here I am gaining all the weight that he's losing.
I'm about
So
to hit him up for some advice.
yeah, he gives me all the tools and tells me what I need to do. It's just me doing it. He's like, literally, Dice, all you have to do is X, Y, and Z. And here I am still doing A, B, and C. So I just need to do what the heck I'm supposed to do. I need to do it. Like, this summer, I pulled out my summer clothes, and honey, them summer clothes was not fitting. What the hell? Like,
My stupid ass actually lost weight right before summer, and then summer hit, and I was like, Henny, every day, let's get it, babe. And all my weight is back. So now that summer is winding down, I'm hoping that I can just get it together because I was drinking like a goddamn fool this summer.
yeah,
Lord.
literally. I was drinking and eating the most wings and mumbo sauce this summer. Like, I don't know who I thought I was. I think I had just gave up and was like, look, y'all just gonna have to love me with this body. Take
Yep.
me as I am, and I'm
And I'm
about to eat
blaming
these wings.
JT again because me and him were getting back together. We started hanging out. We was going 1 week we went out to eat every single day. Not one day did we
The
cook.
whole week.
The whole week. First of all, where is this money coming from for us
That
to be out every
that
day?
one.
And
That
then
one.
I was just like, yo, I'm not going out to eat salads. I'm out here like, yes, I'll have appetizers and drinks and dinner.
Let me
Thanks.
get the pasta Alfredo with the cheesecake.
Jesus Christ.
Getting all of that. Like, and my ignorant butt will sit there and eat something like wings and fries watching my 600-pound life. Like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I'd be depressed still eating the fries. Like, yo, I hope I never get this big, bruh. And meantime, my husband on the other side of the couch was like, trust me, you would not get to this way because when you get to the point where I'm just like, all right, she's doing too much. I'm like, so babe, we about to go on this walk together.
I feel like I was over your house watching my 600-pound life drinking with you.
Bruh, definitely. I have issues, bruh. I'm sitting up here saying that I'm unhappy with how I look, but I'm watching a show about, and if you guys don't know what my 600-pound life is, it's basically a show on TLC where people who are um, obese and they're usually around the 600 plus. Sometimes they're like a little bit less, but they're around that weight. And they go to Dr. Now Zarden. Dr. Now, he's this weight loss doctor, and he basically tries to get people to change their lifestyle and how they eat, and then they get like gastric bypass surgery, and it kind of just follows their journey on their weight loss and stuff like that. And they usually give a lot of backstory, which is crazy because a lot of these people have had like crazy past, and they turn to food and they just start eating. So I wonder sometimes like if subconsciously when we go through stresses in life, like, with situations with relationships or work or kids, and we just kind of turn to food for comfort.
Oh, for
You know what I mean?
sure. When I'm bored, I have realized this too. When I'm bored, I'll start eating because it's like, okay, ain't nothing on TV. Do I got some chips? Or
Mm-hmm.
like think about um when you used to live in an apartment. We used to have a shitty week. What did
Mm-hmm.
we used to do? I come over and we would sit and drink and talk about
Yeah.
how shitty shit was.
We would go through bottles quick.
Yes, like it's for sure. I think that food it has addictive ingredients in it. I mean,
For
that's been
sure.
proven.
Yeah.
And then you add to the fact that you're just stressed out, and boom, here goes some lick. You bored, bam, there go Doritos. Like
Yeah.
it's just so many things. I feel like that's not even just obese people deal with. I think people in general are just addicted to food,
Mm-hmm.
and food is comforting.
Yeah.
We use it to celebrate everything,
Yep.
to
Let's go out to
mourn things.
eat. Let's do this. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it is a fucking problem. I'm
Yeah.
about to eat as soon as we finish this, girl.
Look, let me tell you something. After we finish recording this podcast, I'm going to eat.
Okay.
I just think when we get to the point where, like, even though we're saying like, oh, like I'm not happy with this, like I want to change this, we will definitely get motivated when we are done. When we are just like, ugh, Dice, you're disgusting. Like I'm looking at you coming out the shower and you're filthy. Like your body sucks. We'll put our foot down. Like I don't want to get it to a point where I'm just like I can't fit any of my clothes. So now's the point where I need to work out. But I think if one, we accept that we need help because I know I can't do it by myself. So whether it's that's you or my husband to kind of motivate me to be like, all right, bitch, what you eat today? Or like, you know damn well you need to not be eating those Doritos with your daughter. Go ahead and put them down. Like just stuff like that. And I know for me, the liquor is a lot of my calories because you think of it's not like I'm sitting up here drinking like a vodka and a club soda. Like literally I'm drinking like Hennessy and Coke, and I'm not talking about Diet Coke. So not
Coke
only
Zero.
as my husband is drinking his Coke Zero, I'm like, nah, I want the real thing. Like give me the real Coke. And all them pounds are like, oh, okay, you want the real thing? It's gonna be right here in your gut too. So I just need to make better decisions and not try to get so overwhelmed with it and take it day by day. Just be like, okay, today. Well, I'm not starting today because, yeah, we'll be drinking later. But let's start on Monday. But just getting the motivation to just change and try not to put too much pressure on myself. Like I am lit with a gut or without a gut. I just want to enhance my litness. That's it. Like this isn't something
Basically.
that this isn't something that I'm doing because like I have low self-confidence or I just want to feel more comfortable, like you said, in clothes. I want to be able to go shopping. Like I see cute tops, even like I'm thinking like, oh, okay. So in my mind, I feel like I'm smaller than what I am. So I'll see a top. I'm like, oh, that's straight cute. It'll look cute on me. And I try it on, and it's like, no. It's a little bit tight around there, and it's not how this shirt was intended to look on a body. So I think it's more so of not trying to fit into what society or a culture says. For
It's
me,
just being comfortable with
just
yourself.
I want to be more comfortable in my skin. And like you said earlier, I think when that's the motivation, then it's fine to kind of not alter yourself, but kind of work on different parts that you're unhappy with. But when you're trying to do stuff just to fit in, or I want to look
Right.
like how people say I should look, that's when maybe you should kind of take a step back, reevaluate, talk to somebody, whether it's friends, counselor, something, and kind of figure out where is this coming from.
Right. Let me tell y'all something. If I lose weight, it's over for you bitches. I'm showing out. Okay? It's going to be winter and I'm going to have on crop tops.
Oh, Jesus.
I cannot, like,
Whole pneumonia in your stomach.
that's fine. That's fine. Y'all gonna be able to see my stomach, my belly button, and everything else below. So it's gonna be fine. I'll be in the hospital, like, but I'm skinny though.
But I'm still looking good in this hospital gown. How you doing? Yeah, I just look, if I get this gut down this winter and come spring, honey, look. Honey.
That's why we need to start now. Well,
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
today.
saying.
Not
Not to
today.
no, it's not gonna be today.
Oh,
I'm still drinking water and recovering.
I meant to. I mean, I'm already started it now. I was gonna say I meant to tell you this outside of the podcast, but
Uh-uh.
listen,
Uh-uh.
you know, a liquor. My dumbass didn't know this. I've been a military spouse this whole time. Did
Mm-hmm.
you know that the liquor at the exchange is for the low? I got a big ass bottle of Tennessee honey
Uh-huh.
yesterday for like $20. I'm gonna have to show you the
Oh,
size.
decide. Oh.
Yes,
So
honey.
basically, the move is going to be to pass you the cash so you can get the stash.
Yes, even though we just sat here and talked about how we were trying to do better with our bodies, but yes, girl, that's the move.
Right. But let me just put this disclaimer out there because I know some of our listeners are going to try to hit us up to keep us accountable. Don't do that shit. Don't if you see me posting a picture and being like, oh, lunch today, and it was like at a Mexican restaurant with extra cheese, don't come on my page talking about, but I thought you said on the podcast you was. Don't do that because I'm gonna fry you. Do not.
No, the reason why is because our friends wouldn't even be doing it to be accountable, to be accountability
They're
partners. They're
jerks.
just assholes. So yeah, fuck
Oh,
out of here.
you had a whole episode talking about body perception, and here you are. Here you are at
Fuck
Chipotle
out of
asking
here.
for a salad dressing on the side. What you doing? So don't come hitting me up because I'm gonna fry you and then I'm gonna delete your comment. So
We got assholes for friends.
we do. And listeners, don't be joining in. Don't join in with our friends. And we not gonna have the Chatty Patty hive, and y'all not about to be coming at us. Okay, we are a
So,
work in progress.
so quick detour, just because I thought this was so juicy.
Mm-hmm.
So Nikki and Cardi are just fighting in front of the white people.
And let's rephrase that. Nikki ain't fighting nothing. Cardi is trying to fight in front of the white people. But yes, like I swear. So I was up late and I seen Cardi's post where she was making that rant, being like, "Oh,
Right.
So I was super tired, and like literally, this was like one something in the morning. So I read the post. I was like, "Oh, she going in on somebody." I was like, "I'll just read it in the morning." Like I hadn't even seen videos. I didn't know about the fight. I just on my timeline I seen Cardi's post, so I was just like, "Oh, she going in on somebody." I'm sure I'll catch all the tea in the morning, honey. Woke up to videos and stories and everything. Jeez Louise, they are at this whole ass fashion week
You are in a
bazaar.
whole ass
A
gown.
whole ass gown. At one point,
What
Cardi's
is
whole ass
wrong?
was out of her gown.
Yes.
Her what is her stylist up here trying to
I
cover?
had to, yes. I was like,
Man.
what are we doing? Like, no, honey.
But let's talk about how where I'm not down. Like she definitely could have called her somewhere else. But like, let's talk about that. I hate. And this is so off topic. So like if you're done hearing about the body perception, you know what I'm saying? We're detouring right now. I hate this person. I'm not even gonna say chick because it's some men out here that do it too. That talk cash trash. Like I mean, and especially in this day and age on social media where you got the most trolls out here being keyboard thugs going in, and then when somebody run up on you finally, you're sitting up here looking stupid like what? Like literally in one of the videos, Cardi was like, "Come over here." And Nikki was like, "Nah, I'm standing right here."
I
And as
did hear
standing right
that.
here, she's behind 3 security guards. But the crazy thing is that lump didn't even come from Nikki. It came
It
from
came from
Raleigh.
Riley. Yep.
Like, which is crazy. Like, I mean, well, she should be used to it because she definitely did come off of Love and Hip Hop. So you going for one chick and you don't even see the other chick coming around the corner coming for you. So that's how she got lumped up. But it's just like crazy that Nikki does the most subliminals. And like, this is not I'm bashing Nikki and I'm going for Cardi. I love both of them. I really do. But you can't sit up here and talk trash and then like not expect somebody to retaliate or say something back to you. And she do be doing, which I need to catch the whole Queen radio because I heard she talks the most shit on her show
About everybody.
everybody, but I haven't caught it, but I need to listen to it. But like you can't expect to just go in on people and do the subliminal stuff, like where the trolls are saying like stuff about whoever and then you go and like it. Like we
Yeah.
know what that means. Or you retweet somebody, like it ain't your words, but the fact that you're liking it and retweeting it, we're not dumb. We know what that means. So when someone sits up here and roll up on you, you just like, nah, I'm straight on that.
I
Like,
love me some Cardi.
mm-hmm.
However, I just feel like both of y'all are celebrities. Y'all can find out where each other be at
And
without doing
that
that
is
shit
you messing up
in
coins
fucking
at this
gowns.
point,
That's my thing.
especially for Cardi because she's really getting them big checks. Like bigger name companies are starting to stand behind her. And here you are brushing elbows with them folks and you out here brawling with your ass out in a gown like fresh off maternity leave.
I
Like,
had just saw her in
ma'am.
a picture with Anna Winter the like day before,
Yes.
and now you got your whole ass out trying to fight Nikki, throwing your shoe across the room. Like,
Oh
come
my
on back,
goodness.
we got to do better.
Like I get where you come from and I get your background and you cannot change your person, but honey, think of it as work. You're gonna have to put on the work face regardless of who's there. Like I get it. Like the bitch is irky, but catch her
If
somewhere
somebody
else,
was
not in a
talking
gown.
about your kid and you saw them at work, would you be able to keep it professional?
I would just catch them in the parking lot. I'm not doing that at work.
That was my whole thing, like, because that's what people are trying to say. I mean, if you was at work and somebody's talking about your kid, I was just like, if they're at work, then that means I'm gonna be able to find them somewhere that's
For
not at work
sure.
in front of
So
my
you have to
boss
leave the
and my
building. You're
coworkers.
not living here. So like I will catch you. And
Yeah.
especially with being a celebrity, she could easily catch her. Like like, you don't have to do it in the game. Like, it's just the aesthetics of it all. Like, it just looked bad. Like, two black women out here, or three, put
Right.
Raleigh in it. Three black women in gowns brawling, like ass out, throwing shoes, cussing, and the white people just like, Lord Jesus, what are we doing here?
Right. I
Like,
just was like,
it
why
just
do we
looked
have to do
bad.
this here?
I'm happy it happened because she needs to be checked, but not there. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was crazy. I woke up to all that like, yo, shut up. Like, what?
Oh, is Nikki gonna do Queen Radio this week? Because if
Yeah, that's what I'm
so,
saying. I need to
I'm gonna
listen.
have to listen to that one.
Look, I want, because you know she gonna go in about it, but I need to catch up with the other ones because like apparently like this has been going on, like the shit talking on her show.
Somebody was like, she be talking about everybody baby, Stormy Culture. I'm like,
So
not the babies.
I saw something. I was reading something online, and it was like maybe all of this is coming from a place of insecurity on Nikki's part because she at one point was the female rapper in the spotlight at the time for a long time. Like, there literally was no competition of recent relevant female rappers at the time when she came out, and it was just her. She was featuring on everybody was getting her to do everything. Her songs was like out there, and like she was at the top of the charts, all of the charts. So now that more competition is coming and you're kind of having to share the limelight, that's making you insecure. Then like now these other people are starting to be on the top of the charts, or you know, you're having to share titles, that's making you insecure. Then you got all these women out here who are keeping men and having families and children. That might be making you insecure because like, why are you up here coming for children?
I don't know, but I know in the 90s we had more than one female rapper. So I don't see
Right.
why we can't have more than one now.
Exactly.
I think she's solidified. She had a
Nobody can
great
take anything from her.
nothing. So it's like I just don't get why everybody can't just do their own thing, and people are gonna pit people against each other. That happens even with dudes.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna like who they want to like, dislike who they want to dislike. At the end of the day, that monsterverse is always gonna be
Litty.
always okay.
Always. Nobody can take that from her.
Cardi ain't did no song with Beyonce, bitch. Okay, you
Nope.
need to calm it down. Everybody just
Exactly.
needs to eat,
You did
get
a
your
whole
money.
ass music video, song,
Yes,
all of that.
yes.
Came out
So
in what, they was in France, Paris.
were they?
Yeah, when she
Oh,
came
at the
out.
concert. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
it
yeah,
came
yeah.
out
I do
like,
remember that.
was just like, girl, your accomplishments are lit. Not saying that she doesn't have any more accomplishments to come, but like, she's acting like an insecure kid at this point. Like with the tweeting back and going in and addressing certain stuff. I feel like she's at a point where she don't have to speak on everything. Like, just do you see Beyonce out here addressing these joints? No, no, you don't. So
So
why?
I just hope they get it together. But thanks for the entertainment, ladies.
I
That was
definitely
really
appreciate
good.
you. Yes, those
Yum
videos
yum.
brought me so many good nourishments and thirst.
We
That
love
see,
some mess. We don't
as
like
long
it in our lives,
I was
but
just
we
about to
love to
say,
watch it.
I I love to chat about some mess as long as that mess ain't in my life. Cause look,
For sure.
that would have been a whole nother podcast, girl. I was out in the streets, had to throw my shoe at this bitch.
That would have been a
then,
good ass podcast though.
then her friend came around and stole me.
Oh no.
I got a whole lump on my head, girl. Like, no, I don't want that to be in my life. But if it's in somebody else's, it's definitely entertaining to watch. And that's the whole gift and the curse about social media and like all of that. It's like, oh, I don't want to see this, but oh, it's so entertaining to watch.
Juicy, yummy. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
That's all I have.
Yeah.
So, something good and something bad, my love.
Something good. What happened this? Oh, I gotta think. What happened this week?
This week was a blur. So it was a short week for work for me because of the
Yeah.
holiday, but it still was uber crazy. Like literally, I've been working on a really big project at work. So the past 2 weeks have been bananas. So the bad for me was that it was another busy, stressful week at work. Like it was super crazy. But the good is that my project is over. I literally finished it on Friday. So when I go into work this upcoming week, it will be without so much on my shoulders and so much on my plate. So that was the good and the bad. And I know, I'm sure y'all tired of hearing about me every week about my good and bad having to do with my damn job, but you are going to deal, because I'm an everyday person that has a regular job that gets on her damn nerves. So yes, that is my good and bad. And hopefully after this podcast, you won't have to hear it no more, because my project is over.
Well, amen to that. So this week, I don't feel like I had a bad week. It was just a regular week.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the thing I want to release this week, because I be doing my little self-reflecting and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hold myself, like, how I basically just blame JT this whole podcast for my poor decisions. I need to stop doing that, because I do have a tendency to do that. Or it's like I'll take some blame, but I'll like put it on somebody else, and I'll be like, we'll share this blame together.
Right.
So I need to release that. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Maybe Pinterest be having a plug. They probably got some good tips.
Pinterest is lit.
So yes. So that's what that's the bad that I'm releasing. I just want to be more accountable for me. And then as far as good, this week was a good week for the Chatty Pattys.
Yes, indeed.
We had a lot more traffic on our Instagram page. We had some people reach out to us, and hey, like someone made a comment on one of our posts, and hey, I can't find you on SoundCloud, so I was able to link her our SoundCloud link. We got some new things going on. Someone wants to do a spotlight interview with us, so that's really, really exciting to me.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that last week when I had went to Busch Gardens, I was actually talking about the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Someone overheard it and was like, "Oh, I love podcasts, girl. Where can I listen?" So she went to her Apple podcast, and I was like, "Oh, we're not on there yet. We're still pending approval." But I gave her the name. She was like, "I'm gonna listen to this on my ride back home." I was like, "Thanks, boo."
Appreciate it.
So I just want to point out that we are now on Apple. Okay.
Oh.
So that is the good that I got going on this week. So
yes.
Y'all go ahead and check us out on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube,
Google Podcasts, all of that. And
all
tell
of
a
that.
friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, because that's the way we're going to grow. Like, we're just really trying to get us out there and join in on the conversation with us. Like, why not?
Yeah, you can visit us at our website, www.thechattypattys.com.
Yeah.
You can follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, and we now have a Facebook page, but ain't nobody doing Facebook because we're not old. But at the Chatty Pattys. What else, girl?
Right. Just hit us up. Like, if we're on YouTube, subscribe. If you go through our Twitter or our Instagram, go ahead and follow us. A lot of times we post like our up-to-date stuff, like when the episodes are released, which should be every Thursday. But on Twitter, like, we're live tweeting certain shows. If you caught
Like
us during the Bobby
Brown
joint. Yep. So just go ahead and interact with us, follow us, let us know what you think, how we're doing, and we appreciate good feedback, bad feedback, because at the end of the day, it's just going to help us as a whole and bring you guys some good content. You did?
So thank you, boo.
All righty. Thanks for tuning in, and we will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.